All right, welcome. What we're going to do today is boil down the core financial wisdom of J.L. Collins into a really clear, actionable plan. We're going to bust some major money myths and then build up a super straightforward path to financial freedom, all based on his powerful insights.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a pretty controversial idea. Get this, buying a house makes you poorer than renting. I mean, that right there goes against pretty much everything we've ever been taught about building wealth, right? The whole American dream thing. But to really get why he says this, we first have to totally rethink what money is even for.
Okay, so let's talk about the real purpose of money. And spoiler alert, it's not just about buying stuff. It's about buying something way, way more valuable.
We're taught to think about what money can buy, the Lambo, the big house, the fancy watch. But here's the crucial shift. You need to focus on what your money can earn you. Every single dollar you invest is basically a little soldier buying you freedom. Freedom from a job you hate, freedom to have real options in your life.
And this old parable just nails the whole idea. If you could learn to live on rice and beans, you wouldn't have to cater to the king. Think about that. The less you need, the more power you have. Real wealth isn't about having more, it's about wanting less. That simple little mindset change, that's what puts you in the driver's seat. So that brings us right back to where we started, the home ownership trap. That whole idea that buying a house is your golden ticket to wealth, well, for a lot of people, it's actually the complete opposite. So why is a house often such a bad investment for wealth builders? Well, if you're trying to achieve financial independence early, Collins argues that owning a home can be a massive trap. It's not just that it ties up a bunch of your money, it actually inflates your entire cost of living and pretty much anchors you to one spot. Right, so your mortgage? That's just the admission price. It's all the hidden costs that really get you. We're talking about those massive, out-of-the-blue expenses, like bam, you need a new roof for 20 grand, or your septic system fails, that's another 25 grand. And that's on top of taxes, maintenance, furniture. All this money is tied up instead of being invested and working for you. It just bleeds you dry and kills your ability to build real wealth. So here's the big takeaway. You have to see a house for what it is. A lifestyle choice, an expensive indulgence. It's something you buy when you're already financially strong, not something you buy hoping it'll make you wealthy.
Okay, so if buying a house isn't the path, then what is? Well, Collins lays out this incredibly simple three-part plan for building real wealth.
And here it is, the whole philosophy in 3 simple pillars. First, avoid debt. You just can't get ahead when you're dragging that ball and chain behind you. Second, live on less than you earn. Super obvious, but that's what creates the extra cash you need to invest. And third, invest that surplus. Put that money to work, buying your freedom. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's 3 powerful steps anyone, and I mean anyone, can start doing today. All right, so you're avoiding debt, you're living on less. Now for the really powerful part, investing. Now, I know this can feel super complicated, but the core argument here is that the smartest way to invest is actually the simplest way. And that simple way is the broad-based index fund. Think about it. Instead of trying to find that one winning lottery ticket of a stock, that needle in a haystack, you just buy the whole haystack. With one single purchase, you own a tiny piece of pretty much the entire US economy. You've got thousands of companies all working to make you richer. It's diversified, it's low cost, it's simple. Now, to really get how the market works, I love this analogy. Think of a glass of beer. The beer itself, that's the real fundamental value of a company. Its profits, its operations. The foam on top, that's all the market noise, the hype, the fear, the speculation. The simple path is to invest in the beer. You gamble on the foam. Okay, so if the path is really that simple, live on less, invest in an NX fund, and wait, then what's the biggest thing that trips people up? What stops them from succeeding? It's probably not what you're thinking. So what is the number one threat to your portfolio's growth? It's not a market crash. It's not a recession. It's not picking the wrong stock. Collins is crystal clear on this. The single greatest danger to your wealth is a lot closer to home. It's tinkering. That's right, the biggest threat is you. It's our own behavior. It's that constant urge to mess with our investments, to sell when we get scared, to buy into the hype when we get greedy, to react to every single news headline. That need to do something is the very thing that destroys our long-term returns. And the data on this is just fascinating. It absolutely proves the point. A study found that men trade 45% more often than women. And what's the result of all that tinkering?
more fees, and lower long-term returns. It just goes to show you that a patient, hands-off approach is almost always the most profitable one. So we'll leave you with this powerful piece of advice from the founder of Vanguard himself, Jack Bogle. He said to invest and then don't even look at your statements for 20 years. Then, when you finally open the last one, have a cardiologist standing by. I mean, the path to wealth is simple. It's clear. The real question, Lynn, you have to ask yourself is this: can you master your own emotions and just get out of your own way long enough to let it work?